Hello everybody, welcome in, I'm Ziggy, this is the Ziggybot, and here with me today
is the Stinga. Hi everybody.
Howdy! Hello guys, I'm Ziggy, this is Stinga, two random dudes on the internet talking about stuff. Yeah, how you all doing guys? Welcome in.
Hey everybody. Want to let you know I am super happy to be here, hanging out with Ziggy today.
Hell
Is it Ziggy or Siggy?
Siggy.
Siggy. Okay, I'm notorious for mispronouncing everyone's names, so I'm just going to like put that out of the way. So Siggy. I will remember it very.
How can you pronounce my name wrong?
I'm sorry. It's like just constant. It's a constant thing. Okay. But anyway, all right. So I wanted to let you know. Let's see who's in here. Hello, DigiVerse. Hello, Oshi. How you doing?
Hello,
what is
guys.
up, Lee? Hey, Savage. How you doing?
Hi,
Thank you so much for coming on in.
Your friend group like 90% robots
Thank
and
you,
10%.
Starkwatch. Thank you, Starkwatch, for coming in. What's up, Pandy? How you doing, Sweet Bean?
Hi, Stark.
What is
Hello, guys.
up, IOBot? Hello, sweet IOBot. All right. So, guys, if on my side, if you do not know who the Sickybot is, he is a sweet little
I
variety
even don't know
VTuber.
who I am, to be honest.
You do not even know. You don't know who you are?
No.
Hey, you know what? Actually,
This is my
let's
actual
put it
height
in-
compared to you.
Your
This is my actual
oh.
height.
You are just a teeny tiny little guy.
Wait,
oh my goodness.
don't move. I'm your parrot now.
You're now in my arms.
Wait, can you put your arm out and I'm gonna stand on your arm? Like, you know those photos?
You mean like the Falcons? Like,
Yeah.
like. I wonder if my arm can actually sense this, because like my tracking is like terrible. Here, yeah, we'll do this one. Come to my arm. Oh well, it's being dumb. Yes, his model is adorable. I'll be looking well. All right. Thank you so much, DG. I appreciate
You guys want to
it.
see something more adorable than this? I'm ready. I feel like I don't know if Stinga actually seen this one.
Oh. No, I don't think I have.
I'm a pudding now. I'm a pudding.
Yeah, your little pooty. Your little pooty.
Yeah.
Pudding.
Pudding
That's cute.
that got a bunch of stuff. I can boink
Yeah.
boink. I can boink boink.
Yeah. So Siggy, for my side, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh
Say
shit.
hi to everybody.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hello everybody. I'm the Ziggybot. I'm your friendly little gremlin robot, a casual pro gamer, and a robot with a spinning. Where's my bow tie redeem? Fudge! Panic! What I'm looking, I've lost it. Where's bow tie? Oh, that's messed up. That's messed up.
You're twisting, rotating, bro.
I broke everything.
Oh no.
That's my, yeah.
I was
I'm
just
Ziggy.
trying to be everybody's perfect maid, and then
I'm
of
Ziggy.
course.
I'm Ziggy. I just play silly games on the internet. But how about you, Stinga? Tell me a little bit who you
All
are,
right.
what you eat, what's your dream goal, what's your biggest insecurities,
okay.
what's your fear, what are you afraid of? Did you do your
Are you my
taxes?
therapist?
Let's
I
talk.
didn't realize.
Let's talk.
See, I didn't
about
realize you doubled as a therapist, bro. All right, so oh my goodness, what in the world?
Thank you, Star. Appreciate it.
just oh wow, I am just like doing all sorts of crazy things. Anyway, for I didn't mean to delete it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to click something else.
How could you? How could you?
Oh no, trust me. I see another one in here. Okay, listen. Listen, that's what.
Linda, listen,
You know what?
listen, Linda, listen. Okay, we are professionals here. Stinga, the stage is yours. Hit us. Hit us.
Okay, so too bad. I'll say it again.
Called him Ziggy.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, for the Siggy fans. So for those who are here, my name is the Stinga. I'm a Yellow Jacket Robot VTuber who does a lot, plays a lot of VR, and I'm also I dare you to delete that. I also am apparently a terrible speller, a bad guy with technology, and for some particular reason, I apparently don't have any concept of how not to delete someone's comment and not be like pushed down for it. So yeah, facts and facts.
You know what? I call that based VTubing. Based VTubing. That's,
you know what? Apparently I'm based.
Who got hiccups?
Yes, I do have the hiccups because I laugh too much. So a funny little fact is yes, if I do start laughing too much, I will start to hiccup.
Guys, can we get the hiccup counter, please? So, for those of you who are wondering, what are those two dudes doing on my screen? Today, I come with idea. How about we try to know each other a little bit better, you know? I ask you question, you ask me question, I give answer, you give answer, and there we twerk in the back alley of a Walmart. How about that, guys? We're gonna twerk after this, and you can join us. Probably not, because TOS friendly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just yapping. But anyways, I actually don't know how I discovered you, Stinga, by the way. I feel like I've seen you in every stream of my people that I watched. Like 99%, if you watch the robot streamer, you're there.
Oh, really? That's kind of insane. When it comes to streamers that I look for, one of the things, it's really hard sometimes to kind of network, look around, and find people and stuff like that. So for me, one of the things that I've always liked doing is I've always enjoyed looking for streamers that are very similar to my own like thing. So the multiple kinds of streamers I'll usually look for are tokusatsu streamers, I'll look for bug streamers, and I'll also look for robots as well. So tokusatsu, robots, bugs. Those are like the three big ones that I'll usually be looking for when I look. Yes, robots, Io. Yes, that's actually how I found you, Io. I will look up basically robot streamers on Twitch and YouTube, and that's how I found you. And it's a weird way I do it, but sometimes what I will do is I will find streamers that have 10 or less numbers, because there's a higher likelihood that I'm going to be able to connect with them and talk to them directly on their stream. Because it's not that I don't like bigger ones that I can't, but usually the bigger they get, the more lost your voice becomes in their chat. Basically, I've discovered.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking for someone that I want to connect with, someone new I want to meet and stuff like that, I will usually look on the lower viewer end, because then I know for a fact that when I start chatting with them, it'll be easier for me to communicate and like talk to them, and they, myself and them can get like, even over like the chat, they can get a feel for who I am, and I can get a feel for who they are, and then it becomes easier to network and connect with them and stuff like that. And that's how I found you. I actually was looking for little robots, and I actually your robot design actually popped out while I was looking for robots and stuff like that. And yeah, I think I remember the first game you were playing was actually like I think it was just like a chatting game. I don't remember, but yeah. So it was really cool to meet you and then listen to listen to you and just sat there for a while, because I think I remember the first time I met you, I like bombarded your chat with just like constant wording and just like always saying something and all capsing like I always do. And so I think that's how we first met. And I remember like it was kind of going slow for a little while there, and then I know I always was watch you off and on. I'd either be lurking you or I'd be chatting with you and stuff like that. And then it was really cool to come to find out after VODs Chat opened up that you actually met Star Quantum, which is he's a buddy of mine, a very close buddy of mine. And that's I will definitely say, in regards to networking and talent of networking, he's a lot better than I am. And that was the part where it was like, he was like, yeah, I'm hanging out with this one guy, and I was like, oh, I know who that is.
Oh, yeah. No, but for really, I kind of, yeah, I remember. And then I was like, I watch another stream, and I see, oh, the Stinga, I know that guy. And then I watch another stream, oh, Stinga, I know that guy. Lord. It's like, you know this game, where is Baldo? In this case, where is Stinga in this chat? Yeah, that was funny. And then, for those of you who don't know, our first like real stream interaction was actually on my birthday stream, where I kind of scuffed up a bit when I didn't realize you joined the BC, but the wrong. And then we played golf with friends, where I lost a bunch of friends because I'm a bad golfer.
No, golf with friends, you lose them because everyone's screaming and raging all the whole time.
Yeah. But I have actually a question. So, the first time I saw you stream, I was like, let's talk about design, right? The first time I saw you stream, I had like 3 possible ideas where your idea for your design came from. I'm just gonna hit you with them. From the less possible to the more obvious one, okay? The first one, I don't know, how familiar are you with DC universe? Like Batman.
The Disney universe?
Batman, Superman.
Oh, the DC.
DC. Yeah.
Well, extremely.
Oh, okay, good. So, the first time I saw you, the first thing that popped into my head was the aliens from Blue Beetle, like the.
Oh,
if they apply to the humans or whatnot, and they have also the same the way how your hair. By the way, what's going on with your hairline? Why do you have freaking Yu-Gi-Oh hairline? What's going on? But anyways.
Okay. I'll answer that here in a minute after we get this one done.
But you know, like. The first time I saw you, the first thing that popped in my head was the aliens from Blue Beetle when they apply to their, what do you call it without sounding sus? Like if they suck on you, okay, that's suck.
So
yeah, basically
when they
the
bond
face
with their host.
Yeah, when they decide to be your host, basically. When they do freaking xenomorph you know what I mean? That's what
yeah, I know what you mean.
That was the
they
first one.
Xenomorph your back instead of your face, though.
Then the second idea that I have was that you reminded me a lot of Power Rangers. I don't know if you played Legends or Super Legends, I believe it's called in America, but in Germany it was Legends. Basically, it was a video game, 2D video game, where a bunch of Power Rangers come together, like crossover-wise, and there was this one gold ranger, like he got also this vest, like this shoulder guards that you have, this yellow one.
Ah, yes. You mean the gold Zeo Ranger?
Yeah. Like, that was the first one. And then the second one, which is the last one, is probably the idea. You're kind of into bees and wasps because Sting, you like an insect? Question mark? Insect that become a tokusatsu, like a freaking insect Power Ranger? Kamen Rider?
Yes.
I feel like Kamen Rider.
Very close. Actually, You had the last one that you decided on. The last two is actually the closest.
Oh.
So if you want to ask what my primary inspos have always been, one of my design inspos is Metal Sonic.
Oh.
That's where the striking red eyes come from. And also kind of the shape of my design. The other one, what's up, Kaizuma? The other one is basically Hyperion from Borderlands.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can see it.
And then obviously, yes, Kamen Rider, a huge one, because I grew up with a lot of that kind of stuff. And then finally, my fourth inspo, yes, is bugs, like bugs in general, because I like bugs.
I see.
Yeah, there's actually an entire story behind how this design, this character, and stuff like that became to be. It's one I've said a lot, and it's basically, I was a big fan of Hornets, actually.
Oh yeah, Hornets are also a thing, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be a unique VTuber, so I looked up, because I was originally deciding on being a Hornet Kamen Rider themed VTuber.
So wait, let me get this straight. You decided to be a horny VTuber, wink wink.
Yes.
Continue. You know, I had to.
Yes.
I had to. Roster like the other, he is Hornet.
Yes. Oh. All right. Listen here. Listen, speaker.
Exposed.
You can't say anything. Checks out. Oh my goodness.
God. Clip it, ship it. Hey. We go. Let's guys. I'm gonna tell you 2 facts about me. Number 1, pineapple pizza is the best pizza out there. Number 2, I would smash Voltorb from Pokemon in a not safe for work way. I smashed that orb. You know, I smash Pokemon Voltorb because he is amazing. She is. Does Voltorb, guys, Pokemon experts in the chat, does Voltorb has a gender? I don't know. I wonder how it works. Do you think if you would smash Voltorb, would it open in the middle, like, you know, like Pokeball? Because Voltorb is basically Pokeball, but who ate like a human devil fruit, like Chopper. But in this case, it's Pokemon.
So see, then, for you, I was curious, what inspired your design?
So I actually prepared something. I don't know if it will be seen through the thing that we set up. So little backstory of mine. I don't really have a clear, like many VTubers have a lore, or like many have like you had a concept. I just was winging it. And the way how I started VTubing was like around COVID. In the middle of COVID, I'm mainly still to this day, 5 years, I'm doing VTubing, and I'm doing Let's Plays on YouTube. And I watched like Trash Taste, the episode with Mori Calliope, and I was hooked on VTubers afterwards.
Oh!
And I wanted always to become after that, so I was like thinking to myself, I got those skills, I can do 3D modeling. Everything, right? And I can do sketching, but I have problems to come out with characters. So my parents, what they did, I don't know if yours do, or maybe somebody's in chat's parents did this, but they saved a bunch of my drawings from when I was little. And when I was going through those drawings, I discovered this little sketch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's gonna come up. Oh, so that little sketch, that's cool.
So this is how I become what I am now. And I obviously like robots. And I like bow ties, and I combined it together, like also my favorite colors are gray, green, blue. And I combined it together, and then this is how I became to be, basically. Just a combination of my things that I like and the sketch I did, and yeah.
Sorry, had to. Well, that's really cool. Actually, it's funny because you kind of remind me of a concept I had a long time ago. So whenever I looked at you, so there is I used to like to draw robots too, and so there was a special kind of like designed plug that I had when I was a kid that was on a strand of Christmas lights. And it looked very unique. It looked like an armored leg for a robot. And I basically created a robot that was called Plug that was based on like a outlet plug that I saw. And so what was funny is that for some reason you reminded me of that design. And what's funny about it is that it was it was funny because I looked at you and I was like, huh, that design reminds me of that a whole lot. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first met you, I deep dived into you because I'll always go to a VTuber's About section. I'll always run to their Twitter. If I follow them on Twitch, I will follow them on Twitter instantly. And so I started looking at your designs and stuff like that. And I was like, I got exposed. And I looked at a lot of your design motifs. So I was thinking that you were something akin to like an iPod or like an early 90s like one of those like digital robots that you used to get like as a toy. And I was thinking like the design and everything was like really unique and cool. So the fact that you were telling me that your design actually came from just something that you used to have as a kid and stuff like that is amazing. That's so cool. Like the design's actually like really nice for it.
Thank you.
But yeah, you said you don't have lore for your character? You don't have lore for your character?
I don't have lore for my character. Wait, maybe I don't really have it. It was just a joke. So basically, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I don't have lore. People said that I'm like a Skynet for pineapple pizza adverb, so I here to. I don't have. Do you have a lore?
Me?
Yeah. He's flat as fuck. Shut up, Savage.
Yes, I do actually have a lore. It is actually a very deep and in-depth lore. Okay, so
long ago in a far galaxy.
My lore is set in the far future of Earth, where every single metropolis / city is basically the equivalent size of basically a small state or country.
Yeah.
And essentially my character lives in the advanced city of Hexopolis. And Hexopolis is basically overtaken and basically owned by a giant corporation called Octech. And Octech creates advanced robot automatons. So there is a like work class in my advanced city. So it's like basically like a robot automaton class. So essentially mindless serving robots that do all sorts of tasks for people. They're kind of like this like and so. But the thing about it is that AI and like development of AI and things like that has been a big challenge within this universe. And so the one of the ways that has been discovered by a scientist is essentially Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, I do not live by myself.
It's okay.
I have children.
It's okay.
It's fine, Betty. You're fine. It's fine. What kind of a Cliff Notes version for it is that so to develop AI, essentially a professor, he created this methodology for combining insect DNA into cybernetics and allowing for
you know that this kind of reminds me a little bit of Guyver bio armor, like just a little bit like insects combination and then corporation and then evil scientist. I like this so far. I need to take notes.
Yeah. So but like so what the crazy part about it is that Crump what has happened is that when he created the biomechanicals, what he did essentially was take the equivalent of a insect's brain and actually put it inside of these robots, essentially. And they created a level of artificial intelligence that allowed for them to basically think for themselves. And this robot design was called the master schematic. Essentially what it allowed for was complete automaton intelligence, but with one small side effect, which is a pretty actually pretty fun side effect, which is these insects will these humanoids will essentially or excuse me, insectroids will essentially they will take small aspects of their host animal and essentially or their host insect, and they will kind of exude that personality trait.
Oh wait, this also gives me a little bit like there's like this Japanese manga about where they fight cockroaches on Mars, and where humans also get like DNA from insects and they got superpowers, but the cockroaches are like extremely powerful. What was it called? There was a manga and anime, but yo, that's nice. I like it so far. But they need to come out with a cool lore, like badass lore.
Yeah, but like but essentially, long story short, original creator dies, or is disappeared. The daughter actually takes over the research. She creates Stinga and an entire like line of insectoids using that stuff. The Octet Corporation wants to create them as battle bots.
Okay.
And so, because that most of the insectoids are domestic at this point, they want to Veronica, which is the scientist's daughter who took over, she doesn't want to turn these robots into battle robots. So she essentially runs from Octet when she refuses to do that.
Okay.
And using what information they have based off what they were able to cover, the Octet Corporation, headed by a man named Nicholas, who took over the company, he essentially makes the arachnid androids. And these things are built for battle and subjugation. And so essentially creates the dynamic between the insectoids and the arachnoids.
Dude, you should definitely someday in the far future create like a freaking movie or something, because that sounds insanely cool. I really want to see like...
I'm hoping soon to start creating assets and draw a bunch of stuff so I can actually start creating because like lore videos, lore ideas, comic books, and all that fun stuff.
Like,
create comic-based stuff if I can.
Did you read what Savage wrote about your lore, basically?
Let's see. I'm going to tell you people the totally real secret Stinga lore, Once upon a time, there was a toaster with gold on it because it was owned by Shrika, and the Shuriken likes gold.
Shakira.
And this toaster was gonna get thrown into a radioactive pool, and then a yellow jacket also fell in the same time, merging them together. But this yellow jacket was a massive weeb, so it came out it was a weird anime boy wasp they called Stinga, Stinger the Seventh. The fun fact is that the Stinga name is actually not far off from what you just said.
So,
Do you want to know where that name comes from?
I don't.
Huh?
Let me think.
What do you think? Where do you think that? So it's pretty obvious, but how do you think I came up with the name?
Oh, I don't know. I've been actually really thinking about it. How could you come up with the name? Obviously, that's something to do with your design, like the hornet and stuff like that. But Stinga is such specific. Maybe there's some like when you like buck like a friend around or like annoy them. Maybe they use Stinga around or like no.
No. Although. The silly aspect is close.
What?
The silly aspect of the name is very close.
I don't know. I give up. Tell me.
All right.
It's a PP joke. No, I don't think so. Stinga would never do this. Stinga is say so.
Exactly. But so essentially, because I wanted to base this character off of a tokusatsu design and a tokusatsu concept, I actually asked myself, I was going to be originally called the Stinger, but I felt like it was too generic. So I was like, okay, how would someone from Japan mispronounce the name?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I went ultra weeb with it.
Okay, yeah. Oh.
So that's why I'm called the Stinga.
Yeah, okay. That makes now a lot of sense. Yeah, I wouldn't have figured it out.
How'd you come up with your name? How'd you come up with yours?
I like robots. And Siggy is my real life nickname.
Oh, okay. That's adorable.
Nothing too fancy.
Okay. No, I like it.
Like I said, my whole entire brand is I throw a bunch of stuff on the wall in the hopes it stick, and somehow it sticked. So I decided, hey, his real name is Sogi. Nope. But it's something that German people are struggling to pronounce. So instead, they like my whole life called me Ziggy. So yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny because you go by your nickname for so long that to use your actual government name feels wrong.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
How long been you doing like VTubing or content creation or streaming? How?
Since 2023.
Ooh. I'm older.
It's only 1.5 years.
I'm older. Nine. I'm kidding. That's cool. How overall on how would you rate it? 1 being like bad, 10 being like super awesome. Where do you put like your experience so far? To this day, the collab with the Ziggy-bot. Obviously, it's 100 out of 10. I know that, but
wait, you mean my collab right now with you, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, a 10 out of 10.
Now, overall, so far, how would you say your time? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it would?
You mean with the streaming itself?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you enjoying it?
I would say it
really?
is definitely a solid 8.5.
Ooh, that's awesome.
8.5 because there's a lot of struggle that one must endure, especially when you have like especially when you experience like a lot of things that go on.
Yeah, behind and in front of screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
VTubing is an expensive hobby, guys. Like, just so you know, it's hella expensive. Probably more expensive than IRL outside streaming with backpacks and stuff.
Because, I mean, honestly, I started with no money.
Yeah, I've been like PNG tubing like for 30 years when I started off, and then I saved enough money to afford this beauty. That's cool. Did you always
Yeah.
wanted to be a VTuber or?
So it was interesting how that all happened. I
wanna share?
actually used to be a face streamer a long time ago.
Stinga was a
When this site was still called Justin TV. Yeah. I'm a young man from the generation of OG YouTube and early Justin
God,
TV.
OG YouTube. Do you remember on YouTube back in the day when everyone would have those fancy overlays? Like, days.
I remember the annotations. I remember the ability to click on the actual video and go to a new one.
Yeah.
I remember when basically everybody and anyone could post anything they wanted.
Yeah,
I remember the heyday
where you could find everything.
I remember the heyday of the 2000 to 2012 years where basically anything went and it was monetized, so content was at its peak. I remember the halcyon days of Old Smosh, PewDiePie, Markiplier.
You know what my favorite time on YouTube was? When you watch Naruto Part 12B, subtitles, Italian. Like, you remember back in the day, everyone would watch anime, and then it's Naruto episode 22, part 12 out of 23 subtitles. Those were days.
I actually watched Gundam 8 the Mess Team for the first time like that.
Yeah. I watched Power Rangers Magic Force like that.
Oh, Mystic Force. Nice. Yeah. That's not how I first introduced myself to Power Rangers. I saw that on my television
I saw it also on my television. When I was in the kindergarten.
Yeah, you sold your televisions?
I saw television.
The funny thing about it is that all the TVs in my house are basically streamer boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. When I left the house when I was a kid, the idea of buying a cable network television package or anything like that never crossed my mind ever.
Savage is asking if you remember who Andrew Dobson is.
Yes, I do remember who Andrew Dobson is, and I do also remember how badly he was lambasted, and I also remember how he left the internet.
So for you guys, I am no idea what they're talking about. I watched mainly German content and Russian content at that time. I watched English content only when COVID happened. So I have no idea.
Dude. Like, okay, it's funny too because I think the disconnect between the two versions of YouTube that you and I grew up with were probably two completely different things, to be honest.
The thing is also a little lesson about how YouTube and stuff works. So if stuff on YouTube happens, like, you remember the beef between Logan Paul and Jake Paul on YouTube, where they would like diss each other and fight each other, and then we had the React channel and stuff like that, and then we had YouTube Rewind, those big stuff.
Yeah.
And the trends that happen in USA, America, South America, and stuff like that, they appear much later here over in Germany. Maybe the things that are in right now will be in Germany maybe in a year or two. In Russia, it's 5 years. So Russia right now finished the era of dissing. Have a diss track on somebody, you know? They are right now doing slime videos, slime ASMR stuff. That's a
the slime trend finally reached you guys.
Yes. So
man,
that's like crazy. They also recently got into like Minecraft survival hardcore speedruns, which was a trend on here in English YouTubing like, I don't know, a year ago when Dream was still active and stuff like that. Yeah.
That was a while back. But yeah, like I remember that a lot too, because like I remember all the Minecraft trends and everything like that popping up.
I see.
So yeah, I mean, like, I remember all that, to be honest. But I also like, I don't know, like, okay, so when like that version of YouTube, like the Jake Paul era of YouTube started up, I was actually in college at the time. So like, because I graduated from high school in 2010, so like I was out of high school during the heyday of YouTube, and then I was in college for most of its like transformative era and stuff like that. And honestly, I was watching anime and Community and doing homework at that point as a kid. So like most of my YouTube watching was like going down. And I was also a huge League of Legends player too. So a lot of my videos I watched were like League-based videos. Yeah. 13 years. 13 straight years, by the way. Logging in every single day to play several matches. Every PC I've ever owned has had it installed.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who destroyed you?
Nobody.
Who broke you, my friend?
I hurt myself.
You know
And it
what?
was all because of a singular robot woman that attracted me to the game.
It's always the robot waifus, guys. It's always the freaking anime waifus. It's almost the anime titties. Freaking anime titties.
Oh, Oriana was just a cool character, to be honest.
I have no idea about League of Legends. I will just nod my head and smile.
Oriana is a clockwork-based robot girl in the game, and yeah, she was one of my favorites to play as. But anyway, like, yeah, so like when it came to like the way the content was evolved and stuff, like that's been like the thing. And then before I became a VTuber, honestly, like I was just like a VR denizen all the time. Like I played VR chat for hours and hours and hours before I became a VTuber. Yeah, that's why I'm really glad that I was able to like take my favorite hobby and like turned into streaming and stuff like that, because
I like that actually. That's good. That's nice.
Yeah. VR's always been a huge passion of mine, and I love everything about it. It's cool.
Didn't
the
you guys,
environments are amazing.
I believe yesterday, for me it was today in the night, did a VR stream with Digi, I believe, and Star Quantum, and another person, if I'm not mistaken.
I was playing with Digi, Quantum, and then Quantum's girlfriend, Vixie Lyra.
Yeah. I watched a little bit, but again, this is the thing about me. You know that I told you I live in Germany. Time zones, I hate time zones, and so I cannot often watch streams of people I follow, because sometimes I also want to stream, sometimes I also want to watch. Sometimes, you know, we have, especially you probably also have that stuff with you in your family, where you just want to have family time and don't spend time watching streams and stuff like that. We have other things to do. So occasionally I see, I lurk, I put them on the monitor and sketch in my sketchbook and stuff like that. But yeah, I enjoy stuff like this, where just hangouts, like chatting streams or like VR streams are also fun. That was nice. Yeah, but let's talk a little bit about, since we touched the topic a little bit, content creation. Let's switch the pace and talk about video games.
Oh boy, sounds good to me.
I have a question. Obviously, people ask you, what's your all-time favorite game? I'm gonna ask a question that is different than this one. What is the worst video game you ever played in your entire life, and why?
Oh dear. I don't know. I'm not really a person that's super like, I don't know, like I don't really like super get onto games and stuff like that. I'm surprisingly forgiving. Mind you, again, I played League of Legends and Destiny 2 for years.
Yeah. Oh my god. So, Destiny also. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. So I can forgive a lot. But one game that I remember that I was like really not all that interested in playing, that I picked up and then immediately put right back down. And I haven't gone back to it, but when I was younger, I played my Nintendo 64.
Yep.
And I don't remember if we were probably at a friend's place, and we didn't own this game, but it was called Jet Force Gemini.
Oh, okay.
For the Nintendo 64.
Jet Force
Put that game in, immediately got bombarded by colors.
Oh my god.
And we put it directly down.
Oh, okay,
it was
okay.
confusing.
Yeah,
It was nutty. It was insane. So I put it right back down. It was like too bright, and so we put the game down, and I have had no interest in playing it ever since. What my all-time favorite game is, that is a difficult one because it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
I think the 3 games that I always tell people as default, just because it's easier to say, is probably franchises in general.
Okay.
And I call them my 3Bs.
Okay.
Borderlands,
Which
Batman,
Older?
and in general.
Okay.
My number one favorite of the Borderlands games is 2, of course. Everybody's favorite. I am a big fan of Arkham Asylum, in particular, the first one. I don't know why, but the way that it feels a lot different from the rest of the franchise. Yeah. But I think the franchise was just trying to get its identity at that point.
Yeah, and then they lost it. And they said they lost it with Justice League.
Well,
I played it. I finished the story mode. Guys, don't waste your money on it. But continue.
When they switched over to
live service.
Well, with the Batman series, when they switched over to Arkham City, the identity of what they originally started with Arkham Asylum was lost. Not in a bad way, but you could tell that they were pivoting in a more like own identity direction. And then BioShock is probably one of my favorites now. And the reason I say that is because I'm a huge fan of 1 and 2. 2 is not as good as 1, but I will definitely say that BioShock Infinite is probably one of my most played video games that I've played. I play that game once a year. I do that so much. Yeah, I don't know. It's like watching a good movie, honestly, for me. And I'm actually playing BioShock Infinite right now on stream. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm playing it right now on stream, and I cannot tell you how much of a blast I'm having with it right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are the 3 that usually come to my brain. But, like, I got so many others. I got your Star Fox 64s. I've got Final Fantasy 3. I've got I've got the Mega Man Battle Network games. I got
the new thing is coming out soon.
You mean Legacy Collection?
You can actually, for those of guys who are interested right now on Steam, you can buy for, I believe, $29 Mega Man Battle Network 1 and 2 volumes. Check it out.
Yep,
You also have, right now there is a Dragon Ball sale going on, so grab it.
Yeah. Oh, Xenoverse 2 is a game I've sunk thousands of hours into as well.
Oh, that's
it's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
That's some cool stuff. For me, I actually, before I go outside, I told me what fun adventure I had with my dog. I was thinking about that question: what are the worst video games I played? And I have 2.
Yeah.
The first one is Gungrave. I don't know if you know.
Oh. I know Gungrave.
I played like the version on PC. Dude. Something about me, guys. I'm a little bit of masochist. I like to experience pain, especially in video games. And Gungrave is one of those games, guys, where the first hour is amazing. Because Gungrave basically is like, you are a badass dude with 2 guns and a grave that can turn in machine gun. And you had all fancy, like, special moves. So for the first hour, you have the blast of your time. You unlock a bunch of stuff, and then you start noticing things like, what is this wonky dialogue? What is this cheap animation where, you know, the neck is like longer than the head, and the head is doing like those creepy animations and cheap CGI. And then I noticed, hey, wait, why is the game play the same all and over again? I spent like 10 hours in it because I like to squeeze as much as possible from a game I play. So Gungrave, and the next one is Anthem. I don't know if you played Anthem before. It's the EA Origin. I played that. Dude, I finished it, but I had a let's play on my YouTube channel. You can tell that around like hour 6, I've been starting losing my freaking marbles. I've been going insane because, dude, this game is basically, first hour, again, free world, you can fly, you can customize your mechs, javelins in this case, abilities. And then you start doing the same stuff over and over again for 28 hours.
Yeah.
You go from point A to point B. And then, you know what? Painful, guys. Customization in that game. You have those javelins. You can customize armor pieces and stuff like that. If you want to customize them, they cost 20k in-game currencies. You can only buy 10k in-game currencies for $10. So, and it's random which one you get. You don't get like a super expensive one. So I finished that game. I'm like so happy. I'm expecting a ending for my suffering. No, what they did, they introduced a freaking DLC chapter, and I'm like, no, delete that shit. Those two are my worst games I have ever played. But it was an experience. Now to my best games. A game that literally changed the way how I perceive games, experience games, is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This is a game that destroyed me, that, I don't know, it's all-time favorite game I have ever played.
Yeah.
The next one is Hollow Knight, obvious reasons. And then the number 3 is a game I'm playing right now, is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Aerith and Tifa and Jessie. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the follow, Yago, by the way. And my fourth game is Red Dead Revolver. Those are my top 4 video games of all times. Basically, it's a game I grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, Final Fantasy and Expedition 33. That's just...
Yeah.
That is just... I cannot explain. I've been recently like on a JRPG. I decided this year, Ziggy, you should play JRPGs. And I've been enjoying so much. You know, sometimes you get video games or even movies that you don't expect something out of it. But then you sit there shaking, crying, ugly crying, and then happiness by finishing them. Oof.
You know, it's funny you say that, because I was always curious, had you actually played the original... I'd always been curious if you had played the original Final Fantasy VII. And you told me, what was it, like, you hadn't done it before?
No, I've never played Final Fantasy VII before. The thing about me, I'd never had like Nintendo consoles like Nintendo 64 or GameCube. I had like PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 and a PC. And then back in the day, Sega and Dendy, which is a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, because that's a funny thing, because like Final Fantasy VII was actually on the PlayStation 1.
I've never played any Final Fantasy games at all. We always at home played FPSs or Mortal Kombat or like Tom and Jerry beat 'em up. But dude, that's like, I can't. It's Final Fantasy. It's like discovery. When the first time you discover a Playboy magazine as you're a little kid in the store, that's me playing Final Fantasy.
Oh my goodness. So like the thing about it is like I think you've been lucky so far, and the reason I say that is because So Final Fantasy VII was already one of Square Enix's like best-selling and most iconic games that they've ever produced. And the other piece of it is that the Final Fantasy VII remake was actually created, and it's been like what 17, 18 years in the making of that game. Like I remember when I was a kid, they announced it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And what's funny about it is that it's a different experience from the OG 7.
That's something I've heard, because when I got the game, they told me what I've read. There's supposed to be three installments, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy Rebirth, and a new one that is still to be announced. Like 3 games, and I was like wondering, how is it even possible? Because Final Fantasy VII, I believe it's only one game. It wasn't like, from my understanding, like separated into 3 different games. So I assume that's like a lot of more story in that. Without spoilers, of course. Please do not spoiler, guys.
So what's funny about it is that Final Fantasy VII was one whole game, but it was basically the equivalent of several discs worth of content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So JRPGs traditionally are very long.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, let me look up the OG. Let's see.
So I did actually play the Final Fantasy game before. I played Final Fantasy X. I played it once on PlayStation 2. I finished it on stream.
Nice.
And then I played Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time in my life.
Very nice.
And this was my first time seeing actually Final Fantasy VII characters. After I finished the playthrough, I was like, I want to experience more of Cloud and stuff. So then I decided to hop onto Final Fantasy VII.
So for Final Fantasy VII, the original game from 1997, 36 hours to beat, just doing the main story.
It's kind of, I'm around 40 hours right now.
Now, Final Fantasy VII, the remake and rebirth, is basically supposed to give you a more in-depth and longer experience. Now, the reason I say that is because the amount of times that you are spending in Midgar and hanging out with like Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge.
Yeah.
Hi, Glitch. Is a lot longer and a lot more in depth than the last game.
Oh.
The amount of time that you would have spent in Midgard in the original game was a lot shorter. They are spending so much more time with the characters in this one.
Yeah.
Like the character growth that they're giving the Resistance, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse, Avalanche in general, is way more in depth.
Dude,
like those 3 were side characters that had like no personality. They just had names and they had like a couple lines of dialogue.
Dude, Jesse is so hot, so attractive.
The amount of character depth and the amount of like character design and time that they're giving these characters just is insane. And so that's the reason why the game experience for the remake is so different. And Rebirth is going to be very different for you as well. And I will definitely say, too, that you will not experience the story the same way the original game played either.
Yeah. But honestly...
So it's a different experience entirely.
I don't find it like... Obviously, it's a little bit sad in these cases. For example, I talked a little bit about Kingdom Hearts, right? I'm a little bit sad that I didn't play it back in the day on the PlayStation 2. Because I definitely would have loved it.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Final Fantasy games, there is like 2 sides. It's the side where you play those games as a child, and then when you rediscover it when you're adult, a little bit older. For me, it's the second scenario where I rediscover those games, even though sometimes the controls and the camera movement is, let's call it ass. But dude, Final Fantasy for me is always a game that has great story, amazing characters. Dude, freaking Wedge with the cats, and freaking like Jesse. Dude. Like Andrea.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like Andrea, like the whole dress up and the disco and the cabaret. Ooh, dude, I'm just having fun. Obviously,
Yeah.
JRPGs are known to be long. It's okay. I have nothing to do, so.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why sometimes I'll kind of like kind of like veer away from them just a bit, just because of the length. I was planning, so I was experiencing a lot of the what do you call it? Persona 5 experience.
Yeah.
I was aware of Persona 5, like all that, and I wanted to play Persona 5 Strikers.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, the campaign for this game ain't gonna be that long. I could probably get through it, because I was thinking it's gonna be basically the same as like Final Fantasy, like it'll be the same as like those old wave killer games where you're basically like it's the Dynasty Warriors game, right? Because it looked like it. And I looked at the amount of time. What's up, randomists?
Hello.
I looked at it and then suddenly discovered,
Nope.
oh, 42 hours long? No! I have never touched Strikers. I own it, it's great, but I've never touched it. The game is far too long for me.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I will pour my heart and soul into hours of gameplay with things like No Man's Sky and
That's cool.
and Destiny 2.
Yeah. So the thing that I found out for myself, if I plan on playing like a long game series, I just gonna do it in one go, because maybe you experience it when we play like those long games. Maybe a general good thing to say, when we play like a long games that take us 60 or 100 hours to finish, it's a little bit annoying when you start playing, let's say you play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And then you have like 2 weeks where you don't play that game. It's difficult for you to get back into it, but especially for the viewers afterwards, it's also like ass. So I recommend for everyone who streams or does content, do it in one go. No breaks in between. Obviously breaks if you need it, like because burnout and so on is happening for real. So take a break when you need it, but longer games should be played in one go. I learned it by heart, a mistake, when I played Re Fantasio Metaphor. Great game, but I kind of took a long break and I couldn't get back into it. It's like also...
Yeah, I can see that.
Stinga, there's actually one thing that I supposed to tell you and all people in your chat. There is this game series, Savage Planet it's called. You definitely need to play Revenge of the Savage Planet. You wanna know why? Why? It has a skin, a tokusatsu skin, where you will be able to experience No Man's Sky in a tokusatsu skin. You can glide, you have a gun, you got a whip, you fight aliens, insects, and you can be a bunny girl and a cat girl and a raccoon and a Dave the Diver. So it's a fun game. You should try it out. It had multiplayer as well.
Oh.
And it got Bazingusi. It got a Bazingusi. Yep.
Let's see what we got here. I see.
I had to do that because Savage is in the chat. We need to promote the game.
Savage Planet fan. Okay, now it checks out. It looks fun, very cartoony and stuff like that. Is it a like a survival game?
Yeah, it's like No Man's Sky, but it's shorter. It's exactly like that. You craft stuff, you survive, and then you fight stuff. And also you got a fun little robot in the game as well.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to see what it looks like, because I mean, I like the colors. I like the way that it looks, it feels.
Yeah, you meet somebody who looks like me, by the way, in the game. So yeah, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
It's silly, it's fun, it's short. If you look for something to play, it's like for real, it's like No Man's Sky, but shorter and smaller.
Huh.
And with more
Interesting.
story.
I was gonna say, No Man's Sky doesn't technically have an end. That's the thing about it.
Yeah. I tried playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't get into it. Mainly for the reason in the time when I played No Man's Sky, my PC wasn't the best. And No Man's Sky, let's face it and be real, it's not that well optimized on PCs. It's way your resources with VTubing stuff. So
When was the last time you played?
Last December, when I had before I had my surgery on the spine. So yeah.
Last December. Okay. Because I was going to say they changed the game a lot in there. They do a lot of optimization tweaks and all that fun stuff. Now I'm not going to say that it's better on your PC than it is now, because I think the biggest thing about No Man's Sky is it's graphically intensive because it's rendering so much. I have ran around with a Ryzen 5 11th gen processor and a 3060 GPU. RTX 3060, and the game runs perfectly fine now. But I will definitely say early on when I first got the game,
Did you get it on the release or later on? Because on release, I remember
I got it later, so
good lord.
I wasn't interested in No Man's Sky on the initial release, obviously, because the game was very bare bones.
We know what it was.
I bought it on Horizons when it re-released, when they fixed everything. And since then I have constantly gone back and played it for new updates and things like that. I will definitely say, as of now, if you were to tell me that this game was a launch failure,
a mess,
I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah,
because of how much it's transformed. As a matter of fact, in this recent update, they have given you the ability to create mid-sized Millennium Falcon sized starships now.
I've seen like pictures of people like making
There was customization
a tweet going around where a person in the No Man's Sky even shocked the developers of that game when they created like this huge ass spaceship.
Nokia phone.
Yeah.
So they have basically there is a very good relationship between the community and the creators of the game. Community-led groups are actually officially acknowledged in the game by them. And also there are community outreach area departments in Hello Games. And then every update is free, so they never charge you for any of the quote-unquote DLC of the game. And to me, games like Expedition 33, Silk Song, and No Man's Sky, to me, are the best representation of what I would say the video game industry should be. A understanding of patience from the community, knowing that the developers are doing their best, but that the developers have transparency with their communities and do their best to find the best way to please the community while also creating something they themselves want. And Expedition 33, Silk Song, and No Man's Sky are the best examples of this, because No Man's Sky has become now the most comprehensive space simulator on the planet. It's now surpassed like a ton of other space sims.
It's
and
true,
then
actually, now that I think about it, it's like basically space simulator. Also, it is definitely. It also is a little bit of farming and like crafting, but main focus is exploration. Space simulator. It describes this super well.
Yeah, it's a space simulator. You explore different planets, go to different worlds and stuff like that. One of the coolest aspects of about the game is that I like about the game is essentially what it does is it gives you the ability to either settle into a singular planet and spend your entirety of your game session there and just do whatever you want on that planet and like farm around and make things. Or
Whizzing boy.
this star is messing with me. Or if you want to, you can basically fly the galaxy, go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Like you can be a space trader. You can be a convoy person. You can be like the space police and take out pirates. You can be a freighter spelunker. You can do all the main quest. You can develop all these farming equipments and create factories. You can, whoa.
Why is it everything broken? My job is done. It's so funny. Oh.
Hey, hold on, let me match your energy here. But yeah, to me it's like the ultimate space sim game, and you can lose hours in there.
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
that's great. I like that. Yeah, maybe I give it
Yeah.
another go. On topic of
A lot of
video
people are
games,
wanting to.
is there
Hmm?
like what games are you looking for worth to play that will release soon or in the near future? Are there any games that you're like excited for besides like Mega
Yes.
Man?
Yeah, there is.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, he's like Crossworlds.
Ooh.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Okay. So one of my other favorite genres of games that I like playing is kart racers.
Damn. A genre I
Mhm.
am bad at. I cannot.
I love Mario Kart to death.
People know who
But-
watch my stream, Ziggy and Cars, they don't work together well
Yeah.
at all.
Racing games, that sense of speed. Kart racers are so much fun because they're silly and fun and easy to play. And Mario Kart has always been my comfort game, is what I call it. I remember as a kid playing every single one. One of my favorite memories is literally sitting down, eating snacks, and playing Mario Kart for the Wii online for hours upon hours. And when Mario Kart World came out,
Yeah. Let me look Mario
lackluster.
Kart World. quickly.
It's the
okay.
Switch 2 Mario Kart
Mhm,
game.
mhm.
It was... I don't know. There was just something about it that felt different. I wanted it, don't get me wrong. I don't have the money for a Switch 2. I'm not going to buy a Switch 2. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's one of those Mario Kart games where I was like, you know what? I could skip it. Now, my favorite game franchise, one of my favorite game franchises, if I had to say like mascot platformers, yes,
Ooh.
Sonic the Hedgehog is like
Yep.
the number one that I like the most. Move aside Bandicoot, Mario, and Spyro, and Bubsy, and Pac-Man, and all those other platformer stuff. Sonic has been a constant in my life for years. And I like kart racers, I like Sonic, and above all, number one character I do love in all franchises, for some reason, who's just always been there for me, is Metal Sonic. And he's in the game.
Okay, question.
Yes,
would,
what's up?
Would you love to see the return of Sonic Black Knight, I believe it's called? Like the Sonic on the Wii where he was like a knight. What was it called? Wait, I forgot the name. Damn it.
Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Wait, Sonic Knight game.
Sonic and the Black Knight?
Yeah, Sonic of the Black Knight.
The Wii game?
Yeah, the Black Knight. Oh, for the Wii, Sonic of the Black Knight. Did you play that or not really?
No. I did not.
Dude, you messed up. You messed up. You need to play it one day. Imagine this. Sonic runs around with a berserker-like sword, like freaking god sword from Berserk. Kills around
Mhm.
enemy. He got armor. It's just the best. You swing around, you V remote. It's fun.
It doesn't play like an OG Sonic game.
Oh, you're one of those. I see.
It has sense of speed. Ziggy.
Yeah.
Or Ziggy. When I was younger,
Okay.
my first ever action game that I ever was given. First one. I was a young kid.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. I got a CD-ROM PC game copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Oh, I got Tetris. That's the difference between you and me.
I have been given Sonic games like crazy. The first Sonic game I ever saw was Sonic CD. The first Sonic game I ever played was Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I played hours upon hours upon hours of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with my brother when we were younger, after we got our GameCube.
Nice.
And the thing about it is that Sonic and the Black Knight was created during a time where Sonic was in a sense of limbo. You had Sonic 06 coming out on all other consoles. You had Sonic and the Secret Rings and the Black Knight coming out on the
Sonic
Wii.
Unleashed.
And then Sonic Unleashed, of course, yes. And Sonic and the Black Knight's gameplay and Secret Rings gameplay are such a departure from it that I am glad you enjoy it, but it's not a Sonic game for me.
I mean, Shadow was also fun, the Shadow game.
Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog, the game Shadow the Hedgehog, that was fun. I like that game. Like, it's funny because, like, I understand why people would be, like, less inclined to play it, but honestly, like, that game came out right after Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Heroes is a solid game.
Never played it, guys.
So, yeah, no, a lot of Sonic. I played a lot of Sonic games in my time, including a lot of Sonic fan games, which I don't know why Sega doesn't just license these games and just like sells them or like helps redesign them and like
it do be like
release
that.
them and stuff. Oh no, I would debate that Sonic fan games can sometimes be 10 times better than Sonic game or Sega, whatever Sega puts out. It's just the thing.
Yeah, no, I get you, what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. No, I would say I am not really big into Sonic. I like Sonic animes and Sonic movies.
Sonic X.
Yeah, there's also another
Sonic
one.
OVA!
The Sonic, the 3D one that also gets a lot of memes. The 3D show of Sonic.
The 3D Sonic games?
No, animated series.
Let's see. There is
Sonic Unlimited, I believe it's called.
Maybe Sonic Prime? Are you thinking about Sonic Prime?
I don't know. Let me see. Sonic Prime. So basically, what I wanted to say, I watched those like movies and shows, and I played Sonic on the Sega Mega Drive back in the day. That's my only, and the Sonic for the V.
Played mine on OG Genesis.
Yeah, but I'm more like of Mario. Because it's like the most thing I had, like a Nintendo Entertainment System and Sega.
Yeah. Oh no, it makes sense. I had a 64 when I was a kid growing up, and we had Mario Kart 64. We had Super Mario 64. Although we didn't play that game as much as we did Banjo-Kazooie.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then but no, like yeah, if someone were to ask me Plumber or Hedgehog, I'd go instant Hedgehog. But then again, I feel like my my fandom for the Hedgehog is laid bare when I tell people like, oh yeah, my eyes are based off of Metal Sonic.
I mean, honestly, based. I liked it. I liked it that you had like. For me, again, I got relatively late into video games at all. Like, I told it also on stream. I don't really had like. Back in the day, people would have like a fandom or like a group of people they like for you, for example, maybe since you played a lot of League of Legends and Destiny, you like kind of was in this group of people who knew a lot about this game. In my case, when I went to school, all my friends were talking only about League of Legends or there was this game called Battlefield Heroes. I don't know if you remember that, but they would only talk about that. And since in our household, we didn't really have internet, I believe we only got internet 2010, roughly.
Mhm.
I only had like PlayStation 2 and Sega and stuff like that. So I missed a lot of games and internet connection. For example, Newgrounds, I completely missed. I didn't know what Newgrounds was back in the times. I only found out recently. And a lot of Flash games, for example, were my first introduction of video games, real video games on the PC. Flash games like the blocks one where you had to rotate a block to get in the hole, or like what was the Sandals, Gladiators and Sandals. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes.
Those was my
Yes, I
first
remember
games.
those old classics.
But yeah, Sonic is great, but it wasn't something I'm like confident in, or like I like the Sega games, but for me personally, like I mentioned, I'm not bestest person who likes driving and racing games and fast games like with cars and stuff. It's my weakness. Which brings me to the next topic. What video game genre is something where you say I'm not that great at and I don't like, or is it something you feel uncomfortable to playing? For me personally, I am bad at racing car games and horror games. I'm afraid of horror games.
I would definitely say probably similar to you in horror games. Now, that doesn't mean I won't pick one up if I'm playing with friends.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I was one of these kids that actually tried out the OG Amnesia.
Oh, probably Slenderman.
I did not play it for very long. I actually bought FNAF, the original FNAF, and I didn't play it at all. I was just buying it to support the creator.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, to be fair, I'm kind of an off and on horror games. It really depends on what the game is, if I'm interested in the premise or not. That's what's going to get me playing it. But I'm not really one of these people that sits there going like, I want to intentionally scare myself today. I'm not. I've never been that kind of person. But it's like, if the premise is interesting enough, I'll try it. Having that sense of thrill is nice, but it's not like something I'm craving after when it comes to my gamings. Now, in regards to a video game genre that I am saying, like, that I would be confident to say I am bad at and I do not do well in, I would definitely say that the one genre I am not fantastic at would definitely be something I'm trying to improve on, is fighters.
Oh,
I am
get it. Yep.
Nasty terrible at fighters, and I don't know why. There is like this upward curve that I'm trying to get over, because I have but the thing about it is I love them to death though.
Yeah, same.
But I'm terrible at them.
Same.
So like one of that game genre I think is one of those that I'm just like it's weird that it's game genres I was always in fear of getting into. I was always like wanting to touch on, but never really got into it. And one day I decided I wanted to get better at it, so I started playing fighters. So I've been playing Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I've played Skullgirls. I've played Street Fighter 6. I've played a lot of those games, and like those are the ones that I'm like I'm trying to get better at, but I will definitely still say I got a big fat learning curve to get into fighters, and I'm still kind of bumpy at them.
I love beat 'em ups, like fighting games. I love them. I'm bad at them, but I enjoy it. Like, for me, probably the thing is like, I grew up with fighting games when I played against my friends, and obviously your friends know all those moves, right? Like we played Mortal Kombat, and they would always know all those fancy moves, and I always wanted to hit something like that. And then when you start to dive deep into like fighting games, and you see like freaking combination, like you need to move this freaking analog stick 360 degrees this way and that way, and then you need to hit like A, B, and RB, and then dance around and run around your house naked to hit a freaking ultimate attack. No, this is like the challenge I face, but I like this challenge. Like it makes me joy, like getting my butt beaten up, but still having fun. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. It's just like you said, the learning curve is like insane. You need to spend like hours upon hours in that game, like. But yeah, it's crazy. It's fun. It's fun though, especially with friends, against friends. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I definitely say like I don't know, like if you were to ask me like genre like I don't know, FPS is obviously I play a ton of, experienced with them. Third-person shooters, I probably say I'm confident at. Obviously like MOBAs, your leagues, I am decent. Racers,
you
I love them
because you played League of Legends.
Yeah, I love me racers. Don't mean I'm super great at them, but I love them. Space Sims, yeah, and like JRPGs, yes. Puzzle games.
Oh, I love my puzzle games. Oh, this is so good. Like Blueprints.
I'm terrible at puzzles. I'm terrible at puzzle games.
I love them. It tickles my brain.
Yeah, I'm terrible at puzzle games.
It tickles my brain.
No. My brain no run like that.
Oh,
no. Puzzle games is probably my number one. Yeah.
Here, fun thing about my stream. I played a little bit to the left. There was this stage where you had to. So basically, you need to organize certain things, and there was this level where you had to organize books by the shape, color, height, and thickness and thinness. And I couldn't figure, so there's like 3 solutions. I couldn't figure out the third solution because you had to organize it in a way where there is a certain pattern showing that the pattern is supposed to be like equal from the middle, like it should be symmetrical. I kid you not, I was spending 2 hours on this little thing, and people in my chat would go insane. They were melding, they were like super angry, and I tried my best. I honestly tried. And then my reaction when I realized, oh wait, this is the middle part. Oh. That's my favorite thing, where you spend so much time and then you find out, oh wait, the solution is much simpler. I love it. I love puzzle games.
No, puzzles are one of those things that like so to give you an idea, games like BioShock and System Shock, those games, they have puzzle elements in them. The last time I played a puzzle in System Shock, I was not happy about it. Yeah. I didn't want to do it. And I tried everything I could to find a way around it, because as I tell everyone when it comes to puzzles or puzzle games or anything like that, how do you solve puzzle games, Stinga? Basically, I smack my head against a wall and I basically keep banging it until something breaks. Either I'm breaking or the puzzle's breaking.
Oh, that's funny. No.
That's how that's how I do puzzle games and puzzles in general. I keep whacking. I brute force it every time because my brain no do good think.
It's great. No, I just enjoy puzzle games. A little bit different questions, maybe a little bit controversial, who knows. Do you enjoy more old school games, like retro games, like bad graphics, like let's say example, the very first Splinter Cell game, and then or are you a fan of newer graphics, like what was the newest graphic, Indiana Jones, like who has incredible visuals? Are you more a fan of the old school? unpolished or more realistic? What is your like?
So, I've never been a graphics guy.
Ooh, same.
See,
you know, for me personally, I was always
Mhm.
playing like shitty graphics, and then I play Final Fantasy VII, and my eyes like, so beautiful. Look at the sunshine. Look at the grass.
So my thing has always been that we get told every day that, you know, oh, games are becoming more expensive and they're so much harder to make and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they don't have to be more expensive. Yeah. You can find cost-cutting measures to make them cheaper. How about you don't use the most, you know, cutting-edge graphical fidelity thing? Like, not every game has to make your character look like he's this, like, you know, cutting edge. I can see the hair follicles on their face, that kind of thing.
Dude, the thing that I hated, sometimes Nvidia would do this where you can turn the setting on to have like HD 4K hair particle, like little hair particle on it. Like, who needs that shit? If you stream that, we stream on like 60 FPS at like HD. Nobody will see that. Our eye is not even seeing 60 FPS. Like, nobody will see like those high detailed shadows or like those wrinkles on your butt crack. Nobody will see that about the graphics. So, but yeah, it's still nice playing beautiful games, like visually appealing. Yeah. But I'm with you on that.
My thing has always been like, it depends on what the game is, you know? So like let's say for instance, like, okay, No Man's Sky, for instance.
Yeah.
I like the decently, it's stylized, don't get me wrong, it's stylized. But I still love the like, beauty realism. Hi, Pimpra. I still like the decent beauty semi-realistic, hyper like detailed environments kind of thing, because it's a space simulator. It's supposed to simulate something. But it would be nothing without the gameplay.
Yeah. True.
And I was always, as a kid, so I made this as an example. My thing is that, like, you know, sometimes, you know, developers are limited by graphical space and rendering space. And I'm going, well, why don't we just make a game where the graphics aren't all that intensive and all that fun stuff, and then you can put so much more on screen, you know? And so that's always been my position, is like, if the game is not served by high fidelity graphics, don't put them in. And there's just like, you know, you look at something like Expedition 33 and the game is beautiful, gorgeous to look at,
even on lowest graphic settings,
even on lowest settings, it looks fantastic, and it serves the game well, because that's the game. It's a story. It's supposed to look beautiful, fantastical, but the game doesn't suffer for it because it's not made to be that intensive. Meanwhile, Silksong is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It looks amazing, and it's all 3D. It's all 2D sprites. You know?
Yeah.
And
it's
like,
just wow. It's just wow.
And it's amazing. Like, something can look good low poly as much as it can look good high poly.
Hi, Polly.
As a matter of fact, on screen right now is a perfect example of that.
Who?
Think about it.
I know. Yeah,
the difference between you and me.
Yep.
You know? You look fantastic with your pixel graphics, the way you look, how you design, because it serves your character. It serves what you wanted, right? And you look fantastic. And I think your model looks fantastic for it. Now, it would be really cool to see a 3D version of you.
One day, I
One
promise.
day. But at the same time, you still look fantastic this way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take away from anything from you, because it's not necessarily about the visuals we're looking at. It's about the person behind them, right? And same goes with me. Sure, I'd probably look great as a little pixel guy, but that's not what my character was. This is who my character is. I'm a 3D VTuber character who's mostly a VR person, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it's not like everyone's coming to me for just my model. Mostly it's for the person behind the model, who the personality is and stuff like that, because I could definitely tell you in regards to traditional skills on certain things. No, I've made it this far purely based on my personality and the fact that people like me. Keep convincing yourself that this stuff is entertaining, guys. Keep doing it.
People like us. They like us. Sure.
So,
sure,
but
like
that's the thing. Like, that's been my biggest gripe on video games in general.
Yeah.
Like, the games need personality before they need graphics.
Okay, a little bit different question.
Mm-hmm.
That might be controversial, but do you think the games that we have nowadays, like in our generation, are better? Visually, obviously are better, but story-wise, gameplay-wise, idea-wise, probably idea-wise than from back in the days, like with the first Final Fantasy, Zelda, Sonic and Mario, Mega Man. Do you think the things that we're getting out nowadays are like original, like, or are they just the wheel but not new invented? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you think it's like?
I know what you mean. You're saying is, are the video games we are getting today more in regards to their story, creativity, and all that fun stuff? Is it better than it used to be?
Yeah.
Or is
are
it
they
worse
like
than
original,
it used to be?
or do you feel like they are the same thing over and over again, but like a different flavor of a chewing gum, basically? Because if you think about, like, I don't know if you had the same experience, but when you played back in the day, maybe Sonic, it probably blew off your mind. You know what I mean? Like, you experience like fast gameplay, you see music, you hear music, you see the visuals. Do you feel like you get the same feelings nowadays as well? Maybe not you, but a younger generation will have the same experience like you did, or do you feel like everything feels the same because there is nothing new to experience, nothing new to come up with? Because like in art, for example,
my thing is, I think
robot watch. That's new one.
So my position is this. I think the gaming industry has had the same problems now as it has all the way back in the past.
Okay, I'm curious now.
Corporate meddling has always been a problem. You get an artist and a game developer, people with passion who want to make something new and unique.
Yeah.
That's where you get your Sonics, your Master Chiefs, and your Halos. Come evolve. You get your Ferozas, your GTAs, you get all of these inventive ideas. And what ends up happening is that you get to this point where the corporation comes in and says, well, this was a moneymaker, so we want you to do it again. Sequels are never a bad thing. Sequels are never a bad thing. Done well, sequels can actually be better than the originals. I would debate that
Mafia
is
2.
in video
Mafia
games
2.
that is I think in video games I feel like that's a lot more effective than even in movies.
Yeah.
Because movies just have to up the stakes. Video games can just add mechanics and add quality of life things, and your sequel suddenly becomes the default that everyone thinks about, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is that video games have not lost their creativity. The creatives have lost their freedom.
Yeah, that's also something that I was thinking recently a lot of times. Money obviously always gonna play a big role in this stuff, but creativity, especially from somebody who works in a creative field, you cannot be that much creative when you have restraints, or like people put stones in your way, like, hey, listen, you cannot do this because it's too expensive. Listen, we have this deadline, we have this budget, and obviously, like you said, it will like stop maybe the biggest idea, and instead let's go for something safer, something cheap, and like a battle royale, for example, and stuff like that. Not to try out something new. Yeah, I agree.
My thing is, my position is basically like, where, okay, let's do it safe.
Yeah.
Which, doing something that's safe isn't bad. Like, as much as some people will knock Call of Duty and Battlefield for being like the same game over and over and over and over and over again for the last 2 decades, they still sell well. They still sell really well because some people just like the same thing, just updated and better quality of life. Not a bad thing. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Fine.
But I will definitely say, it's one of these positions where, I'm sorry, this year's just been a big thing that tells me that, like, people are craving new and innovative ideas.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a $20 game, Silksong, crashing servers when it was finally released. You don't get Expedition 33 literally outplaying and outclassing Final Fantasy games by going back to the way that the Final Fantasy games always played. You don't get a game that literally revives itself and becomes the ultimate space sim because of corporate oversight. Because my biggest thing has always been is that once these large companies became public traded entities, they were then ruled over by profit margins.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it comes to creative fields, you need to have a stable income, not a unlimited income. Because sometimes, in a creative field, you're going to create a game and it's going to do really well, but it's not going to do as well as the last one did.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a bad thing. But if you're a traded company, that will be a bad thing. People got to eat. Okay, that's fine. But let's be fair here. The need for giant companies like Ubisoft, EA, publishing companies in particular, they're not needed anymore. Publishing companies were made to promote and push out games and provide funding. We have infrastructure now that you can do that for your own company. Crowdfunding, early access, gaming storefronts, YouTubers, YouTube, online stuff. You can promote your game really fast and easy through word of mouth online. TikTok. And honestly, let's be fair, things like E3 and Gamescom and places like that, they don't exist anymore. These companies do their own conferences and stuff like that online anymore now.
I prefer those.
I prefer that. The need for a company like EA is redundant now. These studios don't need them. And once and the thing about it is that Silksong and Expedition 33 and No Man's Sky have all taught the gaming industry that this is the case. We don't need them anymore. And I think indie devs are going to be the future of the gaming industry. If they haven't already started becoming the default, de facto. We're going to basically have an event where everyone is going to get tired of the microtransactions. They're going to get tired of the overpriced games. They're going to get tired of not being able to afford the base level game and have to pay like over $200 just to get the full experience. Borderlands 4. So you'll get to a point where you'll look at a game like No Man's Sky being like, wow, you mean to tell me all I do is pay the base $50 and I get the entire game and every update afterwards? Why do I need to play any other game at this point?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that I can play Silksong for $20 to the point where not even the pirates will want to pirate it? And they tell people just pay the $20?
Yep.
You mean to tell me I can play Expedition 33 and it has no additional DLC, it's a pretty game, and I can get hours and hours and hours of gameplay out of it?
Yeah.
Why would I want to buy anything else?
No, you're totally right. I totally agree. You spoke my mind out in a more clear and understanding way than me trying to bonk my head with stick and stone, unga bunga style.
Well, it's one of those things where, as a kid growing up, I've seen the industry evolve before my own eyes. I was there for early id Software when one of the first Doom games came out, when Doom was really big, and I watched your FPS games go from pixels on a screen to polygonal 3D graphics where you couldn't even tell what you were holding was even a gun, all the way up to the point where now we can look at any object in a game and it reflects everything live and all that fun stuff. Like, I have seen it evolve, and as time has gone on, the biggest thing that I've noticed is that the AAA industry has lost the plot on how to produce a good game, and it's not even the developers or the creators' faults. It's 100% the overlording companies over them that have turned these, because remember we had games like the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic gaming franchise, and that company no longer exists because EA dropped down because they were making make games that they had no experience in.
On this topic that you mentioned, let's talk also about. I find it would be very cool, also from your experience perspective. Let's talk about examples when companies decided to close, not studios, maybe discontinue games that had great features, like groundbreaking features. For example, Shadow of Mordor, the Nemesis system in video games, where you would have like an orc that you kill, and that orc would come alive and remember you. And you know what I mean? Like, when games had created something so unique, and then the studio decides, you know what? We don't need it. Like Titanfall 2, parkour, robots, amazing. But the studio be like, no, we don't need Titanfall 3. Let's give you Apex. Like those examples, like Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor, or Nemesis system, great. Or like freaking what they did to, like you mentioned at the beginning of the Batman series, where Batman Arkham Asylum was like linear game. It is linear game. It was stealthy, it was scary, it was grudgy, it was like Batman, how it's supposed to be. Batman gets beaten up, and then it got more into open world, like Arkham City, Arkham Knight. We don't talk about it. Then we got the whole entire Gotham Knights, I believe it's called, and Justice League, and so forth and so forth, where they come out with a good idea, like a good concept, good system, good feature, but they kind of lose, like what you mentioned, when the studio decides to cut it off to save on cost. They lose like the plot, or like the red line. That's like one of those things that I hate, because I really liked like the whole Nemesis system and Shadows of Mordor. Like you fight this one particular orc and over again, and he has new lines. He remembers you. That was like beautiful. Or like you mentioned, like I did notice Arkham Asylum was like great, and then you play like Arkham City is like outside open world. You understand why they did it, because Batman is like, they tried to make a Batman game, but then you have missions that like annoying later in Arkham Knight, where you have this Batmobile driving missions that are annoying as fuck, that doesn't really is enjoyable. And I don't know, do you have any examples of those scenarios where there's a cool feature, cool idea, cool concept that you wish you will get more, but they decide to cut it off and say, hey, you have enough, you're chunky enough, go home, play our like McDonald's menu instead of this Wagyu meat type of situation?
I would say the one thing that I have always had a trouble with, and the one thing that I always like kind of see as kind of a problem, typically, is I have always been a massive fan of Star Fox. Like a mega fan of Star Fox.
Yeah.
And I would say one of Star Fox's best games that he ever made. Now, I understand people's enjoyment of the OG on-rails shooter, and I love it to death. And if they were to make a new on-rails version of Star Fox, then I would be totally down for it. I will say, though, I was a big fan of the Assault game, Star Fox Assault, on the GameCube. The concept is that you could go like to these certain stages, you were like flying around like the traditional stuff, and then other stages you were actually hopping in and out of different vehicles, going to different spots of the map, destroying things, running around. And the thing about it is that after Assault, they never really went back and played with the idea ever again. And they could have, easily, but Nintendo just dropped it. Never touched it again. And that's the problem. They never touched it again. And that to me was a lost opportunity to make a decent space shooter.
Yeah.
And they decided against continuing it.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of ideas I think that they could play with, but that's not how Nintendo runs.
Yeah, I wanted to mention, like, I want to ask you if you know if the fan base for that particular game is a lot. Maybe there's a bunch of like fan projects, but then you mentioned Nintendo, and we both know how Nintendo is towards fan projects. Like, they don't like that stuff, so I was like, yeah, Nintendo. Such a good company when it comes to releasing cool games, but doesn't really like the gamers that much after all, especially the live streamers and content creators.
Yeah.
That's it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think what else I liked. I liked, for example, Pokemon Rangers. I don't know if you played it on the Nintendo Switch, DS, where you could be a Pokemon Ranger, but you catch your Pokemons by throwing a freaking Beyblade at them and then use a little pencil to circle it around and don't let them escape. I really like that, but then instead we get like Pokemon Battle Royale in 3D nowadays, instead of those old cool games, man. Ugh, I would sell my left foot for a Pokemon Remastered Edition for PC like they did with Mega Man. Imagine like first 5 Pokemon, but in a volume, like Mega Man Battle Network volume, but instead Pokemon Golden Age Volume 1, where you got Pokemon from the Game Boy available to you. That would be so amazing. I would buy straight. I would pay like hundreds of euros for it. But instead we get like freaking Battle Royales and whatnot, which is not bad. Battle Royales, it's like, it's a interesting genre, but at one point it's too much.
Oh yeah. 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 That's like, I don't know.
It's like
I said, I don't really know about like a lot of games where they like bust out the mechanics, but yeah. Most of the time, like,
what's your like? So I assume the most amount of games that you played is probably No Man's Sky. What's your like highest hours you played in video games? Do you know that by any chance? Or
no. Because I played games for a long time before I started having like my games time recorded and stuff like that. Yeah. I was one of those guys.
One of those guys, I see. Did you also sail the pirate ways back in the days? When it comes to
one time.
Okay.
One time.
A good boy.
One time.
Good boy.
I did it for the first BioShock game. But the version that I got had the anti-piracy thing integrated, and there was a certain point I could not get past.
I see.
And I found out later it was an anti-piracy mechanic. So yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I tried playing BioShock. I couldn't. For me, it was the controls that kinda. I didn't like the controls in BioShock 1. Like, how do you switch the weapons and then have different abilities? I don't know. I need to play it again, but yeah. I had a lot of cool stuff about BioShock and also Killzone. Every time I hear about BioShock, I hear about Killzone because I believe BioShock was Xbox. Many played on Xbox, and then it also, when you talk about Xbox 360 games, you talk about Killzone for the PlayStation 3s and stuff like that. So a game that I want to play is Gears of War. It's also one of games I've never played. Like, imagine running around with a freaking chainsaw gun. I don't know, is it aliens or like demons at this point?
Right. What's up, MXN? How you doing, man?
Hello,
Good
welcome.
to see ya. How you been, man? It's good to see you, man. You feeling not sick? Yeah, I'm not feeling sick anymore. I am like, fully recovered. I'm feeling great.
Awesome. Bum, bum, bum.
But yeah, I'm feeling good. But yeah.
What have you been up to recently besides like playing video games? What is your current obsession, or maybe your current hobby? What do you like to do in your free time when you get free time? Is there something that you'd be like? Ooh.
I have currently been checking out. Let's see. Let's see all up to. Okay, so recently the couple things I've been doing has been getting back into my drawing stuff.
Ooh.
So I am currently constructing a new outfit for my spectacular. So we're gonna be checking out Spooktacular, which is basically gonna be like this charity stream where we essentially raise money for kids, and it's going to be a Spooktacular, so it's gonna be Halloween themed. So right now I'm trying to work on getting some art ready for my new 3D model that I'm going to be designed to look like a basically a RGB microphone.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then afterwards, I'm also going to be singing. Did you see Halloween Farm? Yes, I have. We are actually switching. So, Digiva Rayleigh's going to be a bug, and I'm going to be a microphone. We're switching. We're switching stuff.
I like that.
And then finally, yes, but then also too, I'm watching a. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay lately.
Wait, I have something you might like.
Idiot sandwich. Nice. But yeah, that's what I've been up to lately, and I have been anticipating, where's the lab sauce? Yeah, so basically I've been, and Starcoins can actually attest to this, we've been watching a ton of Kitchen Nightmares lately. Now, the most fun thing that I've enjoyed doing is watching Kitchen Nightmares with friends, and we will actually make bets on whether or not the restaurant is still open or not at that point.
Isn't it every restaurant he visits closed down? Because they sell the restaurants because it got more value after his visit or something like that?
So what we found out, 9 out of 10 have failed. Yeah. So what we found out recently is, so get this. Okay. So how it works is that we will look up like a pizza place, right? There's a pizza place we actually watched recently. And it's basically these two guys at this pizza place were basically like the laziest owners you could ever know. Like they come to the restaurant at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They never opened in the morning. They were always opened at night only. They didn't even have a lunch menu. They had no breakfast menu.
What the heck?
And the two of them were more worried about being jokesters than anything else. And Gordon Ramsay basically had to well, it got to the point where Gordon basically took them aside outside of the view of cameras and literally just he had to level with them basically. Like, funny thing is that a lot of people don't realize that like the amount of yelling that he doesn't come from him just being mean. It comes from his frustration of seeing these owners do things that he himself like.
That's crazy.
You know, it's like this impracticality because he's a business owner. He owns several restaurants, several hotels, and he's ran them amazingly. And he's had to do a lot, learn a lot in this time doing it. And like he's like, so I get where Gordon's coming from when he gets upset. Now, when it comes to certain people, he's been very kind. There's actually been 2 episodes I watched where he did not raise his voice once. And there was a couple, there was this one where basically these 2 guys, and at first he was frustrated, but after discovering the kind of people they were, he started just being encouraging and leveling with them and all that fun stuff. And it wasn't that bad of a restaurant after he left. They actually operated for a while, and the only reason that they had to sell the place and close it down was because one of the brothers actually had health complications and could no longer run a restaurant, and it was really bad. However, there was another situation where basically he got really upset and mega angry because essentially the husband and wife owner were AWOL the entire time. Any problem came up, anything happened, they would fight and then they would disappear. They would like run from the restaurant, and they would leave their son and their workers out to dry, basically. And it was the silliest thing ever. And that restaurant operated for less than a month and closed down.
Damn.
Yeah. It was, and honestly, Gordon was getting angry, upset, frustrated, because every single time that these 2 people had anything happen, they would yell at each other, they would scream, they would make a scene, and the son was the most practical thought person in the entirety of the whole thing. Like, oh my goodness, it was so funny. Yeah, and so it's been one of the, they didn't reopen Mondays. Yeah, that's right, Quanto. Oh boy. But like, I think that was my son. So yeah, no, it was one of those things where it's kind of like, it's been a lot of fun watching that, seeing how it all plays out, how different like locations, stuff like that have worked, business owners and how they all act, and it's been interesting. It's been an interesting run doing that as a hobby, because like a lot of times, sometimes I'll just take a break from streaming stuff and I'll actually turn off all my mutual streams, I'll turn off Twitter, I'll turn off all this stuff, and I'll just sit down and watch on my OG YouTube account. I'll just kind of disconnect from streaming in general, because honestly, like, you can't get too crazy with it. But anyway, but yeah, that's kind of been what I've been up to lately.
I liked it. I recently got back into watching slice of life animes. Like, I sit there, watch them, and then I'm like sketching again, because I recently was like, I want to sketch something. Since I've been doing a lot of 3D sculpting on stream, I forgot how to sketch like with my hands. I was like, my skills are gone. So I've been like sketching, like doing the standard exercises: line drawing, sphere drawing, boxes, rotate the boxes, different perspective. Like, I've been going through like entire like military drill where I would draw like how to draw sketched stuff. Like that was like my obsession till like for the last 2 months or so. I've been doing that. Like, I wake up, I have my tea, and I do some sketching, and then I do some other stuff. But yeah, I've been like watching anime, slice of life especially. I finished My Dress Up Darling, and then I was just drawing, like sketching hella. Nothing too fancy. And I also got back into collecting minifigures. Like, I have like 2 figurines of Hollow Knight. I'm so happy about that. Oh, so beautiful. They guard me in the night.
Yeah, that's cool.
But nothing too fancy. Sadly. I have like
good dinner.
3 last questions, and I feel like it's actually a cool point that we reached them, and maybe we can wrap up things there. But
okay,
first one, very simple. As someone like you who has a lot of experience in streaming and VTubing and overall like stuff, what would you what would be like 3 advice you would give somebody who wants to get into this hobby, like VTubing, or even like streaming? What are some advice that you wish you knew before you started? Obviously not those advice on how to get successful, what are the technical stuff, which items to use, which programs. What is some stuff that you wish you knew before you started? Like, is there anything? Like, what comes to your mind?
Don't invest more money into this hobby than you're willing to put into.
True.
And make sure it's all spill money.
Yeah.
Don't invest like your life savings or whatever into it. Don't expect to blow up right away.
Yeah.
If you do, you're lucky. And that's probably not going to be as fun as you think it is. And finally, stream what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And have fun with it, because if you what's funny is that human beings, for some reason, and I don't know why we do this, but human beings have a way of connecting to each other in a very weird, ethereal way that I don't know how. But it's almost like if you look at somebody on screen, regardless if they're on screen or not, you can tell they're having fun, and you can tell when they're not. And if you are not having fun, your viewers are not having fun, and they can go somewhere else to find it.
Yep.
And so the best way to entice people to sit and watch you and follow you is to stream what you enjoy.
Be yourself.
Stream what you enjoy. Stream what you enjoy. Enjoy while you're doing it. Be happy. And I would definitely say, like, yeah, that's the thing. I guess the quote unquote like stream what you enjoy. I guess one of the more important things though is learn to talk to air.
Yes.
Because whether you're super small or super big, everybody needs. Thank you, Quantum. Learn to talk to air, because you're probably going to definitely be talking to air regardless of whether you're a small one or a big one. It doesn't matter. Because if you're super big, your chat's going to go zipping past you, and you're not going to be able to read them all. So talk to air. If you are small and you have only 2 or 3 viewers and they're not talking or anything like that, talk to air.
Yeah.
And find contentment in the size you are. Yeah. Because not doing that is going to make you frustrated, and you're going to be unhappy. And then again, that takes rule 1. Stream what you enjoy. And if you're not enjoying yourself and you're just constantly worried about the numbers in front of you, then you're not going to enjoy it, and you really won't get people sticking around and viewing you. I would definitely say some of the best streams that I've had and some of the most successful streams I've had are the ones where I'm acting like a complete and utter goofball. And what's funny is that in my streams, it's notorious that not a lot of people talk, but that's just because I have been finding out from my viewers that they have way too much. They're having way too much fun just watching. They're having way too much fun just watching, and they don't.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, what if I could add a few things that I think I wish I knew that earlier? Probably one of the most important things is to set up boundaries. And if you feel uncomfortable, don't do that. Block it. Ban people. That's the most important thing. I would add, like, so your comfort is the number 1 priority when it comes to streaming or content creation, guys. If it's something that makes you feel bad or you doesn't vibe very well, do everything to avoid it, to stop it. So yeah, but I totally agree. Spend money only if you need and have to, and have the money to spend. Enjoy what you're doing. Have fun. Don't be a douchebag, and make comfy. Be comfy. You know, have a healthy relationship with this stuff. Don't get too obsessed about the numbers. Like everything you said, I totally agree with.
It's some of the things that people just don't get. I think the biggest piece is, it's a balancing act though. Be content with where you are.
Yep.
but at the same time, be content with where you are, but never stagnate.
Yes.
Because if you're really wanting to grow, if you really want to get bigger, if you really want to see yourself be successful in this space, then start
Doing stuff.
pushing yourself to do things and maybe try stuff that you didn't want to try before.
True, totally true.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another question for you. I'm curious about that. What are some goals you have for you in your content creation and VTubing journey so far? I know that you want to do a charity stream. You told earlier, and you're also designing new outfit. What are some next big goals? Is maybe a new model, new I don't know, animation for your lore that you talk? Is it something that you really want to do? Maybe it's merch drop. Is there something?
So I always have one goal in mind that I always keep on doing. It's so I'm hoping so when I started out, my first goal was to reach 500 followers by the end of a year. By the end of my streaming anniversary.
Okay.
I did.
Ooh.
And then my another one was what I'm now wanting to do is I'm wanting to reach 1K before my streaming anniversary. So I'm working hard to get there.
Okay.
And then in other things, one of my goals is actually to be affiliated and become a VCAT ambassador. VCAT is one of the biggest virtual market and virtual reality markets out there, and they have ambassadors.
Yeah.
And to be one of their ambassadors would be fantastic, because then I would be able to put my enjoyment of VR into practice. Yes. And then because it's funny, because I've already had a lot of interaction with VR chat, VCAT, and a lot of their ambassadors and stuff like that already. And then finally, I guess one of my other goals is to essentially find a new form of streaming content that I feel is unique to me enough to where I stand out. So I've done a lot of model-based stuff. It's more personality stuff, because I feel like I can be more entertaining the better I develop myself, because I'm not traditionally an artist. I'm not traditionally a 3D guy. I'm not traditionally any of these other things, but from what people know, things I can do, things I do good at, is simply just being me. So if I want to be a better me, so I'm thinking there's parts of it where I want to go to I want to start trying to do voice acting work. I want to start to try to do what do you call that? Things like voice acting work, improv practice, and things of that nature. Yeah. I want to go take improv classes, because I want to get better at improvisation. And
That's
making
awesome.
jokes and being funny.
Dude, your goals are so cool. I like them. Wow.
That's one of my main draws. I know as a streamer, is my biggest draw that people like the most is my funny stuff. They like it when I'm funny, and that's why people watch
Just
me.
a funny little guy.
I did a long while back. I did a stand-up comedy routine.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And I want to do another one of those. I want to do another one. So one of the things I always thought would be cool as a kid was be the stand-up comedian. So I was like, I'm just going to do stand-up. So I did a VR stand-up stream at one point.
That's so cool. I like
that's where the laughter routine comes from, because I wanted to hear people's laughter on stream. So I basically got the laughter routine, and it doesn't have a cooldown or anything.
I like that.
So when people are laughing and they like it, I can hear the laughter.
That's awesome, man. I like them.
Yeah.
I like your goals. Oh, they're so cool. Honestly, I think you will reach them. You get the good vibes. I get good vibes from you. I have fun time watching you, and even listening to you, it's like, wow. I like it, man. I really believe in you. Don't give up. Never give up.
Neither you, buddy.
It's too late. I already gave up. Kidding. Oh,
The
yeah.
good old millennial self-deprecating humor.
Humor is my defense mechanism. Yeah. As for me, my biggest dream goal is to have like my own Ziggybot little figurine, like little.
Ooh,
like a little.
that'd be fun.
Maybe ones that I made myself, like in 3D. I mean, I honestly was considering having like a stream where I make myself and then I have a 3D printer set up. I would like stream how I print it and then maybe offer people the 3D print file and then like, or like have more merchandise of my bow tie. That would be cool. But something that I'm currently actually working on is I wanna, like you planning to do a charity stream as well. Like I really want to try that out because I feel like in VTubing it's a cool thing to help out other people, and I feel like charity is a cool thing. I've never done it. I've been a part of gamers. What was it? Gamers Outreach, I believe. I forgot like the name of it. I was invited to be a part of it. I want to do something like that. Like, never done it. It's exciting. It's a new thing that we talked earlier. It's a good thing to try new things out. So I want to do also charity streams, give it a shot at that. It's new experience. Like, simple stuff. Simple stuff. I'm a simple man, a simple man with a bow tie. Just do simple games. But yeah, there's nothing too crazy. Merch, figurine, and charity stream. But yeah. Now, it's time for you. I give you one chance to ask me everything you want. And we can slowly wrap up things for today. I feel like we both have a few things to do. But you got the one chance, my buddy. One chance, one opportunity, one question. No matter what, I will answer it truthfully. Yes, exactly. Don't waste the chance. You can ask me anything. And then I could do the same thing for you, of course, because equivalent. Same.
Equalize.
Equalization. Fancy word come from fancy boy.
That's a big. This is a big question.
Not everyone gets the chance, but if you collab with Ziggybot, you get a one chance, one opportunity to ask Ziggybot a question of a lifetime. A lifetime.
I guess.
I know there's a lot of pressure actually.
No, because I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of questions one could ask, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to be mean or rude at the same time, because it's like the old question of like, let's see, what kind of things do you prefer? Like, what kind of man are you? And then all that fun stuff, and then like and then I think the question I want to ask you is, See, the thing is about it is like an easy one, because so ever since becoming a VTuber, I have become more aware and enjoyment of multiple countries and their mentalities of, and as I have started to learn, every citizen of their own country are their own biggest critics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As in, since I am from the US, I am probably a very huge critic of my own country.
Yeah.
Same with you. You will probably have like choice things that you wish that would be different about where you live.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be one of the things that I would love to ask, because learning about other people's, like, where they live, where they're from, and like learning about.
Boy, you wanna really open that Pandora's box? Oh, I can tell you like an entire essay on which things.
You said I could ask you anything, right?
Yes. Do you wanna ask this question?
I must ask then.
Okay.
What is one thing about the country you live in that you wish they had?
So I live in Germany. Something that I wish they had. I gonna give you two answers, one serious and one silly. A silly answer, a better internet connection. Germany is one of those countries that has a bunch of cool stuff, but when it comes to internet infrastructure, Germany is like super behind. Especially worse it was when COVID happened and we all were on home office. Imagine like, probably for you guys since at home, imagine like you have siblings and your parents all using the computer, all using internet and nothing works. And you have like an exam online and nothing works. Like that was terrifying. That was like terrible. And having like good internet would be amazing in Germany.
Yeah.
But a more serious note, recently, something that I wish I would love to, that the schools would have more inclusivity, like they're open for more opinions and stuff like that. I feel like nowadays it's like more like one-sided. They don't want to hear other opinions. I feel like that's something I wish we would have from other places, where we're open and helpful and even listen to people what they say and try to understand where they're coming from, and not like just pretend that we are listening and don't like be understanding if somebody has, for example, a disability, and we value them as same as somebody who does not, and like this type of stuff. Like more on the human base, I feel like the mentality, different mentality, open mentality. For me personally, people can disagree and agree, but yeah. Internet and change of mentality. Yeah.
Sure. I see.
No, this is like something comes to my mind. I know, nothing too special.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. No, I only ask that way because, like, again, it gives me insight to like a small aspect of Germany. Because, like, as someone who is from the U.S., I only get to see what is curated to me.
Yes.
For the most part. And my biggest thing is like, too many times I feel like a lot of people from different countries will they'll base their thoughts and their opinions on different countries and places based on like
what they see, what they
the
hear.
overarching culture and how the government runs the place. Like, but then again, as I am fully aware, and I'm sure you are, it's not often that the upper echelons of a country represents the actual people there.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to want an opinion on someone's country or like a place like, let's say for instance, Germany, I'm asking you or someone who actually lives there, like, hey, what's it like? What are things there? What's going on and all that? Because I want to know the real answer and not just like some like outside image of what the place looks like, you know? Because like, I feel like
I can tell you this at the moment, it is not good. Politically,
well, I don't think it's good anywhere.
Yeah, but especially in Germany, politically, and when it comes like human-wise, it is not good. I don't know if it's shown in the news, but a lot of like the right-wing parties, like the bad right-wing, if you know what I mean, they are like getting stronger and stronger. And which is understandable. Why? Because we talk a little bit about politics, but in Germany it's like a lot of people are not happy about the government, and those parties are winning basically because they say the stuff that people kind of think, but not the nicest stuff, and so it's a little bit bad.
You know, I feel like every
like you
country
said,
has their bad apples.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always like you hear the bad apples louder. But it's not
Yo.
unavoidable. Again, don't wanna go too dark here, but yeah, it's bad.
So I guess that means you have to ask me a question that I have to answer truthfully then.
Yeah, that's actually something cool. Okay, I know you like a fan of tokusatsu and stuff like that. That's more of the light-hearted question, because I'm quite curious about that. Have you had the chance, going away from tokusatsu, what character design, direction, inspiration would you be instead of a hornet wasp type of character? What would be like you, like alternate dimension, the Stinga version? Would it be maybe a giraffe or maybe an elephant VTuber?
Oh, if I hadn't have chose Stinga as my concept,
Yeah, what would be it?
probably would have gone with. So I had ideas for being just a biological yellow jacket or hornet character. But I also played with the idea of being like a space-faring character.
Ooh.
Or even using a singer. I would have been a singer because I wanted to do karaoke streams for a while too. So I had a lot of ideas of being like a singer. I have a lot of singers and musicians in my family. So I would have gone with like a Vocaloid inspired character. I actually had ideas for him. Yeah, I had ideas for one, and I felt like doing.
I can see.
But the thing about it is when I decided on doing a character, I wanted to make sure that my design stood out in a room. So that was my biggest thing, is I wanted my character to stand out in a big ocean of VTubers. Does your character stand out? Does his face show up uniquely?
Yeah.
And being a stereotypical anime boy,
it's not bad. It's not wrong. It's not wrong,
no,
guys.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
And if people have a design that they find unique and that they want, do it.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged by that. That was just not the direction I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So that's where the white face, the eye stripes, the eye lines, and the red eyes came from.
Yeah.
Was that me wanting to stick out somehow?
Yeah.
And that's the other reason why a robot was picked, because I wanted to do something that I felt like was not a big common thing either.
I liked it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So robots are easy to play with. They're more easier to mess around with when it comes to their design and their concepts and stuff. And again, Metal Sonic was like one of the bigger inspirations I used for my character design. And I mean, honestly, this was not my first version of my character, but this was certainly the direction I wanted to go with him. Always.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I liked it. Well, Stinga, I want to say thank you for accepting my collab invite. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of things about you. I really liked your story, how you come to be this beautiful little tokusatsu hero of our hearts, who protects our dreams, saves our future, kicks our butts sometimes, but most importantly, is just a cute human being. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. I hope I did good. I don't know.
Siggy,
I'm awkward.
Siggy, I am really glad that we ended up doing this, because I am glad I found you. And honestly, I am glad that we finally got to just chill out in a call, either on a stream, and just basically chill finally. Because that's usually what I want to do, is meet new people, meet new characters, meet new personalities and stuff. And that's one of the biggest things for me that's been the most fun, is learning about everyone.
That's awesome.
So you are amazing. You're cool. I like it when I see you in my chat. I like coming to pop in and say hi to you. And I cannot express enough, again, how cool it's been to to have discovered you and then rekindle and re-stumble upon you again, and like actually sit down and actually do something finally. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome. But again, Stinger, if you want to do something or just hang out or have an idea, feel free to hit me up. You know my time zone.
Of course.
I'm down for anything. If it's not League of Legends or Destiny or Valorant, I'm down for it. I mean, I can do that, guys. I can do this. If you give 100 subs to both of us, I'm gonna do a 24 hours League of Legends stream.
Please don't do that. Please don't hurt yourself, man. I can't watch you do that. Please don't do that to yourself.
No,
I care about you, my man.
For real, I had a lot of fun today. Thank you again. It's nice to just talk and hang out and learn about people and understand how their brain tickles the pickle. But yeah, thank you. What did I just say? So yeah, guys, please go check out this Stinga. I have
Check out Siggy.
put the link for Stinga's channel in the chat. I think I did it right. Yeah. Any cool last words? Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap up things on my side.
Guys, if you haven't already followed him, please follow the Siggy bot.
Nah.
Super cool dude.
Nah.
Recently had a birthday.
Nah.
Very fine guy.
Nah.
And please, he needs more attention.
Nah.
Bro needs more attention.
Nah. I have too much
Hey, dude.
attention. I can hear voices. I can hear voices. I hear voices.
All right. Well, well, do you have someone in particular that you would like to raid, or did you want to double raid with me?
Look, we can double raid.
I actually have my stream partner and bestie. She's streaming right now, and I would not mind invading her space.
Sure. You're gonna send me a link and stuff like that.
Of course.
Guys, again, check out Stinga. Link
I
is
bet you
in the
know.
description.
Yeah.
I will also post a link in the description box on YouTube over there. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Stinga for you as well. I see you all around, my friends. We're gonna raid into GG. It's gonna be fun, guys. See you all tomorrow.